Yeah, and the other thing I was going to mention is, a lot of people that haven't actually been to a gun show that want to see their rights protected, I don't want them to think that it's just guns, that are being sold there. There's jewelry and fine jewelry, guns. I mean, it's a variety of things.
Blow dart guns that are fun, crossbows, archery stuff. What I love is the bird bombs. I don't shoot them at birds that are on runways, what they're meant for. I like taking them out to a pond and I mean, it's a high-powered firecracker, a lot better one you can buy from a fireworks store, and shooting it into the water, and then you see the big flash underwater. A lot of fun toys.
Oh, yeah, no, they're a lot of fun. And, I mean, it's a wide assortment of products that's going to be sold there. We're going to have book dealers there and everything else. And, of course, with y'all being there, it should be one of our best shows ever. I'm really looking forward to it.
Absolutely, because, I had Michael Badnarik on earlier. He didn't even know that you guys had got another show so quickly. So a lot of people don't know. So it's important for all the activist listeners and people to understand that we're going to have a table there selling our books and videos. But really, that's just because my guys are going to be staking it out. We need to stand up to the feds and the police that are out of control, the leadership, and let them know we're not putting up with this. And again, I'm going to be popping in. Quite frankly, I'm going to be in the parking lot watching the back doors. People really want to know, or somewhere else. The point is that I'm going to be sneaking around, and you may see me if you look carefully, but I'm definitely going to be there. Point is that they'll probably hit you in 3 months, and so that's why it's important for people to be watching the next 6 months or so. This is a critical national test. Do you agree, Darwin Boedecker?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the other thing I was going to mention is, the more people that show up and the bigger the crowd looks, I think the least likely that they'll try the same tactics that they did. It's only because, we had such a small show, and because of the recommendations we had to follow, that allowed them to come in and basically intimidate me by having such a small show, where if there's large numbers there and a great turnout, I think that'd be, least likely to happen.
Well, the key is, Darwin, you got bushwhacked. You got called in 3 days before the show and told this is the way it is. And they were so dumbed down, they thought you were the last show they'd criminally run out. And now you're standing up, and you stood up day one and had the petition there, and that's why they punish you by shutting your show down. If we allow them to shut down commerce, Google has banned us selling on a Google shopping cart, Obama deception, fall of the Republic. That story's up on prisonplanet.com. They're trying to ban our commerce in self-defense implements, in freedom teeth. And this is how tyranny works. It tries to shut people down from their right to commerce. This is really a private property, and a right to contract issue. And they want to keep this illusion going that it's illegal to sell your neighbor a gun, or illegal for a private seller to go sell somebody a gun. But when I went to the impromptu demonstration at the police station, I handed out hundreds. My dad showed up without me even knowing that he was coming, handing out the law from the BATF's own website, explaining it is not illegal to privately sell guns. But they got on the news and said it was illegal.
Yeah, the thing that strikes me is strange is, when the story broke, and your staff was the one that broke it, but all these TV stations and everybody in Austin, media outlets, they all wanted interviews and they all wanted to know what was going on. But now that we found a new location, to me, I would think that would be just as big of news that we're actually back in Austin. And nobody, none of these liberal TV stations are calling one, to talk about how the show's back on or anything like that. I find that strange.
No, they just wanted to celebrate that they'd shut down freedom in Austin, and now that it's back, they don't want people to know. But folks should call all those stations and invite them out. I'm sure you talked to them if they came out.
Oh, yeah. No, I talked to them. I did, there at the rally, I talked to a few stations, and every one of them said, well, definitely let us know as soon as you find a new location. And I've done that, and they've, they haven't really expressed any interest.
Well, they want to do what they've done in the dark. I will say the CBS guy came up and said, Alex, I'm a listener of yours. Look, all I did was report what the police told me. And I gave him the law, and he did report it. So CBS did rectify some of what they'd done, but I still said, why do you just believe whatever the police tell you?
I'm sorry, my phone was cutting out, Alex. What'd you say?
No, I mean, I just said to CBS, why do you just believe whatever the police tell you?
Well, yeah, no, I mean, that's what I don't understand either, because, you know, they're going to spend it, the police are going to spend it in whatever way is going to seem more favorable, you know, for them, because they don't want to admit that they came in and did exactly what they did.
Well, you've also heard from a lot of police who go to church in our community, go to the grocery store in our community. They live with us. They're fellow Americans. We're fellow Americans. I've heard from a lot of police nationwide and locally. You've heard from a lot, you told me off air, who are really upset about this.
Very upset. And I've gotten a huge, you know, supportive response from not just police. I mean, you know, from firefighters, from you know, even a couple ATF agents themselves that, you know, said they were with the ATF but didn't want to mention their name or anything. I mean, they even called up, you know, from out of state, and everybody was real supportive. And, you know, and like I said before, I totally respect the profession. You know, it's a tough one. It's a hard one. But, you know, when you have a few bad seeds, then it kind of overshadows everybody else. And as far as the department goes itself, I mean, I'm totally supportive of APD as a department. But, you know, when you have a few people out there pursuing their own agenda, you know, basically because they don't like guns, they don't want to have gun shows, and they're in a position where they can make it happen, it's not right.
Well, it's very simple. When the police and the government become rogue, they become North Korea or Mexico or communist Russia. And we have to keep government confined to its constitutional parameters. Let's come back with a few final important questions I've got for Darwin Boedecker straight ahead. Send a message to Obama, to the globalists, to the gun grabbers, that you won't let them illegally in the dark of night shut down a gun show. Show up this Saturday and Sunday in South Austin.